Hi everyone and welcome to a new Impro Piano video. This is Yahya with you, and today we're going to be exploring how can we create that third hand Liszt effect. What I mean by that is Franz Liszt, the Hungarian composer, is so good at these passages where he creates the illusion of having a third hand in the middle, where the left hand is busy doing something over here, the right hand is doing something over here, something is going on right in the middle. I like Jeremy Siskin's jazz approach of this. He calls it the three mangoes. So you're juggling with three mangoes, and the mango is going. The third mango is going between the right and left hand. Of course, he talks about this more in a jazz context, but this is more or less the same thing that Liszt does, which is very. It's a very advanced technique. So. I hope this is a successful attempt to just introduce this concept to you. This is by no means me trying to tell you I sound like Liszt. I don't. Okay, and then so let's see what can we do at least to get started. So one of the things that you can start with is by having just choosing the harmonies and the patterns. So this was Happy Birthday, what I was trying to play over there, and I tried different non-traditional harmonies. I speak about reharmonizations in some of my videos. I just covered one on dominant seventh chords, which I actually used in this improvisation I just played for you. And by just reharmonizing first, you have some sort of structure, you know what you're going to do, and you have a sense of style too. So you know you can't play this chord because it does not fit within this context. So if you're trying to sound like Liszt, probably don't play a cluster. Or if you're playing Mozart, probably you don't want to play I don't know, like augmented chords like this. That's not Mozart. So the idea is really to start with the context. So what I did here, for example, is this is more or less like a jazz lead sheet. So I kind of distorted the rhythm of Happy Birthday there. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, I do so 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and this allows me to just have some more time to go up and down and just create different effects. Now what I mean by patterns is, for example, here in the right hand, what I did, and I had this planned before I improvised, of course. So what you see here in green, this pattern is a triplet, and it goes like this: 1. So it's really just the same. So I'll zoom into the right hand. This is just that D minor chord with this figuration. So D, F, C, A, D. It's a really easy pattern to start with. I would not start with something like, that's a lot of change. So try something that you can do over 3 octaves, and then the second step really is to practice that pattern, those patterns hand separately. So you can also come up, of course, with patterns for the left hand, but start with hands separate. Don't try to put this all together. As I play for you now, I was trying to show you more or less the final result, and I had to experiment a little bit before, of course, recording this video. But I would always try to practice those concepts separately, and this is what we call restrictive practice, where just like if you're playing your repertoire, if you are working on hand coordination, you may want to just close the lid of the piano, just practice that hand coordination separately. So practicing hands separately is very important, even when you're improvising. So for example, here, what you can do is for the first 2 measures, pa 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 pa. And what I did over C, by the way, is just the same thing over 3 octaves. It's this C dominant 7th chord over there. to do, you can find your own patterns that work. I sort of like this now. It was beautiful. So yeah, and then practice the third hand. Okay, that's my third step. So practice the third hand. What I mean by that is just do this. So for example, what I did here was right. So the stems looking up here are the right hand. The stems looking down are the left hand. Okay, actually it's a dotted half note. It's not a whole note. Okay, that's I believe that's the left hand. Okay. So yes, it's the left hand. So you see how the melody is going from the right to the left hand there. And then putting it all together, of course, is very important. I would stay a little more consistent as I'm practicing these concepts. So you can do this over the entire improvisation, just doing the same patterns, but then at one point I do encourage you to get more creative and unpredictable. So what I mean by that is Liszt and other romantic composers, not just Liszt, like to be sometimes inconsistent. They like to create a surprise. So I think Liszt's really power in his music is his storytelling tools, because what he does a lot of times is he creates these surprises. You're like, what do I feel? What am I going to feel next? Am I getting scared? Am I falling in love? What is happening next? So experiment with these, okay? And don't worry. I think a lot of us will be so afraid of this idea of like trying to sound like Liszt, and I think we should not. I think especially since I had my own daughter, I started to notice a little more how human beings learn to speak the language, and toddlers do not care. They don't care about failing. They only care about delivering the information to you, and they will say it however way. They will say it so wrong. So think about it that way and embrace that imperfection as you are trying to learn this skill. So what I would try to do really with learning to improvise is start to toddle. Make your own phrases, even if they're wrong. Try them a couple of times and then go like, I like this a little better, or I don't like this at all. So and it's a lot of that experimentation that will give you the skill of spontaneity eventually. So try this and let me know how it goes. Now, just one note: if you watch my dominant seventh chords video, the reharmonizations, I believe that was my first video on my channel. We covered how you could reharmonize chords using dominant seventh chords. So just one thing I did over there was go watch that video if you're curious about the harmonies I did over there. Please try this and let me know how it goes. Try it with Happy Birthday, and I would probably try it with 4/4. I think 3/4 is a little too quick. You can still do something, probably more of a waltz feel, but try it in 4/4 and just get that right hand free, and let me know how it goes. Thank you everyone for watching, and I hope this was helpful. Please hit like and subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video.